Brian Giles with Brian Giles MTG. And after a interesting sports night here in Washington State, I found out that we're already getting spoilers for the Transformers card. Now, I thought that this was going to be a secret layer drop, but I have come to learn that these are going to be in the Brothers War set boosters. They're going to be in collector boosters, and you can find them in in the bundles. So these are Universes Beyond card from the Transformers cartoon series. And each card has its own, has a alternate version of it, what they call the Shattered Glass, which is basically the color schemes are flipped. It's the same symbols, the cards, but the color schemes and the alignments are flipped. So, starting off, we have Flame War, Brash Veteran, and these are all flip cards. So they have a robot side and a vehicle side, and I'll explain that as we go. So starting off with Flame War, Brash Veteran, and again, I'm not going to feature the cards on screen because I had my phone out and not charging, so my battery's down, so it's connected right now. It's charging while I'm recording this. So Flame War Brash Veteran is 1 black, 1 red, and 1 for a 3/2 legendary artifact creature robot with More Than Meets the Eye. Now, More Than Meets the Eye is an ability where you may cast this card for its More Than Meets the Eye cost, but you convert it to the vehicle, which is the flip side. And it's got More Than Meets the Eye for 1 black and 1 red. Sacrifice another artifact, put a +1/+1 counter on Flame War, and convert it. So it's got 2 ways to convert. And for 1 colorless mana, discard your hand, put all cards exiled you own with intel counters on them into your hand. Okay, so the flip side of him is he's a legendary artifact, a 2/1 legendary artifact vehicle with living metal, which means that basically he's a as long as it's your turn, this vehicle is also a creature. He has Menace and Death Touch. Whenever Flame War deals combat damage to a player, exile that many cards from the top of your library face down. Put an intel counter on each of them. Convert Flame War. So you can discard your hand, and if he deals damage, you take all the cards that he's discarded and put them back into your hand, and he becomes a robot again. So that's a cool card. Next up is Slicer High Speed. Slicer Higher. Well, we've got the vehicle side first, so we're going to go up to the robot side. It's Slicer Hired Muscle. which is he's basically kind of like an evil version of Wheeljack. He's kind of the opposite of what Wheeljack is, in the cartoon. Wheeljack is more of a peaceful, mechanical type guy. This guy is just a hired thug, basically. So Slicer Hired Muscle is 1 red, 4 colors for a 3/4 artifact, legendary artifact creature robot. More than meets the eye for 1 red and 2. He has double strike and haste. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, you may have that player gain control of Slicer until end of turn. If you do, untap Slicer, goad it. It can't be sacrificed this turn. If you don't, convert it. Now, Slicer, his vehicle side, Slicer high-speed antagonist is 3/2 with living metal with first strike and haste. Whenever Slicer deals combat damage to a player, converted at the end of combat. So he's basically like a one-hit wonder type thing, and then he becomes a robot again. But his robot side falls into line with how he's portrayed as basically a hired muscle. So you use him in political shenanigans in stuff. So next up, we have Soundwave Sonic Spy. 1 white, 1 blue, 1 black, and 1 for a 5/4 with more than meets the eye of 1 blue, 1 white, 1 blue, 1 black, and 2 colorless. Whenever 1 or more creature tokens you control deal combat damage to a player, exile target instant or sorcery card with mana value equal to the damage dealt from their graveyard. Copy it. You may cast a copy without paying its mana cost. If you do, convert Soundwave. Now his flip side is Soundwave's Superior Captain. A legendary artifact. Whenever you cast a spell with an odd mana value, convert Soundwave. If you do, create Ravage, a legendary black robot artifact creature token with menace and death touch. And whenever you cast a spell with an even mana value, convert Soundwave. If you do, create Laserbeak, a 2/2 blue robot artifact creature token with flying and hexproof. And it's so on point with what Soundwave is, how you play him, because the best card types to play with him are those 3 colors in white, blue, and black. And the artifact, his little artifact creature tokens of Ravage and Laserbeak are absolutely on point, and they're if they do damage, you can cast that spell with that amount or less from somebody's graveyard to. So that's a very cool. He's more powerful than people realize, and putting him down for his regular mana cost is not really what you want. You want to put him down for, but if you put him down for his regular mana cost, he's a 5/4 for 4. That's very decent. And if you're playing in a kind of deck like that with the something that'll bolster your creature tokens, definitely fun stuff there. So so next up we have Starscream Power Hungry. 1 black, 3 colors for a 2/3 legendary artifact creature robot with more than meets the eye of 1 black and 2. He has flying. Whenever you draw a card, if you're the monarch, target opponent loses 2 life. Whenever 1 or more creatures deal combat damage to you, convert Starscream. And his other side is he's a 2/3 legendary artifact vehicle with living metal, flying, menace, and haste. Whenever Starscream deals combat damage to a player, if there is no monarch, that player becomes the monarch. Whenever you become the monarch, convert Starscream. So this is very on point with what Starscream is in the cartoons and in the comics and whatnot. He just he just runs. He runs away, and if he gets defeated, if somebody deals damage to him, he just runs away, and but if he deals damage in his vehicle form, you become, of course, he comes in. If there's no monarch, somebody becomes the monarch, and you convert Starscream. But he's got flying, menace, and haste, so he's I will be the leader of the Decepticons. And next up, we have Goldbug, Humanity's Ally. Now, for those of you that don't know, Goldbug was the original designation in the Japanese comics and the original Japanese, the original Japanese manga and the Japanese cartoon of Generation 1. They changed it to Bumblebee to more bring in the American audience, and because he was modeled after the Volkswagen Beetle. So they gave him kind of a bug name to kind of But Goldbug, Humanity's Ally, is 1 white, 1 blue, and 1 for a 3/3 legendary artifact creature robot with more than meets the eye, 1 white, 1 blue. Prevent all combat damage to be dealt to attacking humans you control. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, convert Goldbug. And his flip side is Goldbug, Scrappy Scout. He's a 1/3 legendary artifact vehicle with living metal. Human spells you control can't be countered. Whenever Goldbug and at least one human attack, draw a card and convert Goldbug. So this would do really well in like a Voltron type of human ally deck. So very, very interesting. And his his artifact, his robot abilities are very on point with the colors that he's in. So that's very, very, very cool. We like to see that. And finally, we have Optimus Prime Hero. Yes, this is Optimus Prime. This is Prime! Autobots, roll out. Well, this is the rollout of the Transformers card. There will probably be more videos coming up. But Optimus Prime Hero has a casting cost of 1 blue, 1 red, 1 white, and 3 colors for a 4/8 artifact creature robot with more than meets the eye of one blue, 1 red, 1 white, and 2 colorless. At the beginning of each end step, bolster 1. Bolster means choose a creature with the least toughness among creatures you control and put a +1/+1 counter on it. When Optimus Prime dies, return it to the battlefield converted under its owner's control. So he's a little hard to get rid of in his robot form. His flip side is Optimus Prime Autobot Leader. He's a 6/8 legendary artifact vehicle with living metal and trample. Whenever you attack, bolster 2. Hoo-ha! The chosen creature gains trample till end of turn. So not only do you have trample, but you bolster 2, your least toughness creature, and give it trample. Yikes. When that creature deals combat damage to a player this turn, convert Optimus Prime. Yeah, so definitely a powerful, powerful card. Well, that's it for right now for these spoilers. This is a long video, but there was a lot to go through and a lot of explaining to do because these cards are bonkers. I didn't expect this. I thought we were going to get some sort of maybe secret lair or maybe commander deck that was down the road that was kind of tied to this. But no, we're getting these cards as well as all the retro frame double rainbow foily schematic cards that you get with the regular Brothers War set. So this is just insanity. So bear with me and we will see you on the next video.